Now, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Live, alive, we're back. Everybody, what's happening? How's everybody doing? Live, alive, we're back. See that? The stream hasn't started unless I leave one volume unmuted. And a little feedback loop to get us going. Now you know you're in Mega's channel. Still, it's been years. I still make those same mistakes. Man, I hope everybody's good. It's good to be live. I've missed it. It's only been a couple of weeks. I think I only missed one Thursday. That put us a little bit behind, but soon as I got the chance, soon as I got the energy, back at it. Melly, you absolute legend. It's so good to see you. Nothing but love. I miss you loads. I hope you're doing well. One of the greatest channels on Twitch. Just pure love. And J.Deep, don't think I forgot, Jay. Tomorrow my alarm is set. I'm gonna be looking for Saturday. My alarm is set. I'm gonna be looking for you, bro. I'm excited for your return. I'm just glad everybody's doing well. I'm doing well, and I hope it's pure love out there. The holidays are coming. I haven't got as much time off as everybody, like not the whole week, but I got a few days. You know what I mean? Like my 2-day weekend's gonna be like 4 days, and I'm excited for that. I'm also excited. I'm gonna take some time off. I've got a deadline before the 1st of January. I'm gonna take some time off, and I'm gonna organize 2023 so that I can fit in all the things I want to do, but haven't had time to. Gosh, Liz, you absolute legend. How are you doing? How's your vacation going? I'm counting. It's already been like 3 days that you've been off for, right? So I expect to see a Gosh Liz stream on like Monday. On Monday. The whole thing, I'm counting the days. It is quieter on Twitch without you. So yeah, I'm super excited for 2023. I already have an idea of how things are gonna go. That's gonna allow me to get more streams. Like even as we speak right now, I'm testing for the first time in ages the YouTube stream, right? Because I used to have it set up where I would stream a little bit on YouTube. I haven't used it for ages, but as we're doing our Twitch thing, I'm also testing the YouTube. I'm like, oh, how does it still work? I haven't fired that up for ages. I'm excited to incorporate and work on that in 2023 and get my editing skills up. So much stuff I want to do, and the new year's filled with so much promise. This year has been good, and everything looked great. Subject to change. I make no promise. Experience has taught me. Don't get comfortable, Mega. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Christmas sales have come up. Christmas sales have come up this year, and I've spoilt myself. Do you know what I mean? I went a bit crazy. I was like, oh, should I? Shouldn't I? But you know, as the Christmas sales for games go, right? Like everybody did the thing. Steam sets the standard. Everybody does the same price as Steam, and then Epic does what they do once a year, right? They have the same sale, but they throw in their like coupon, right? Which means that the games on Epic are cheaper than anywhere else. And so I was like, a lot of games I wasn't going to get. Otherwise, I was like, I'm going to wait till the end of 2023 to get some games. I picked up now because Epic made it worth my while. And one of the things I picked up, it's a game I've had my eye on for a long time, and it was Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, when the game came out, it came out to, I feel like middling reviews. People were like, and I heard things going both ways from critics, right? Like it seemed to be so received. And then, but like it looked gorgeous, and I loved the idea behind it. I loved what the game was bringing, the promise of it. So I was like, oh, I really want to play. And so it was one of the things I picked up in the sale, and I was like, you know, next time I'm going live, we're checking it out. But I didn't just want to like jump into the main game. They also released a free prelude to the game, and I was like, I want to have a look at that before jumping into the main game, because I'm all in on the story. Like a whole thing is supposed to happen. I'm ready to see it, and I'm down. I saw what you said about Sifu. I saw you said, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you, Sifu, maybe that's something that happens off stream. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Because, you know, like Souls-like games or games that require a certain skill level, there's an area I have to gauge. When I stream, I have to gauge the area for frustration, right? So if a game is like, oh, I can relax and play this on stream, no problem. Sure. You know, if it's relatively relaxing, if it's too tough, right? Like we'll say Jedi Fallen Order is like the limit, right? After that, If I know I'm gonna have to, I'll get vexed, right? There's frustration points that y'all don't want to see on stream, and Sifu has for like, out the gate. It's there like, look, it's tough. It's tough. It's gonna make you mad. It's gonna make you mad. How do you have enough point? The rap. Jesus, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna do the comfortable rap. I'm gonna do the normal one because it's been so long. I don't even know if I remember the last one I wrote. But all right, Liz. damn you. I'm a spit, yo. I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but watch this though. Just let me have one go with any show and like a lack of H2O. When the breath on the left, everybody like, whoa. Cause I'm the best lyricist that you know. I take a high up on the mic that I back a head though. Who'd you know that's really better than me? I figure good about the back of the wicked MC. But trust me, if I let you get to me, then I'll become a hater. Join the dark side of the force like Darth Vader. Ward my mic like a lightsaber. But the greater that I strive for good, the bigger the likelihood that I'll be misunderstood. Cause like a shot going off, touch me, I'm hot. I'm headed for the target and I just can't stop. We can argue now, but shh, when I knock you up at the top, I'm in the head of my biz. That's it, full stop. Forget about stocks. I'm here to take my share. Black and yellow signs on my back with the word beware. I'm like C4. They label me hand with care. Cause all I need is a mic. Then you got a bob scare. You want to be well known, but you ain't prepared. Forget the UK. I'm blowing up everywhere. And that's all that's all I'll say about that. Damn, it's been a lot. Even with the one I know that was work. Yeah. So we'll see about Sifu. You know, I'll play it a little bit. I'll see how bad I am at it, and then we'll go from there. But tonight, Ghostwire Tokyo. We'll see what the story says. I'm excited for this one. We'll do the prelude. I don't know how long it is, but the plan is to do the prelude and then jump into the full game and then see where the story goes from there. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. You especially, you know who you are. You know what I mean? You know, when I take away the best things I've done on Twitch, I would say it right now, right? Because I haven't said it for a while. The reason I started streaming and the reason I still stream, it was a community, a chance to meet people, like-minded individuals who love gaming and who are just like good people to share my interests. Because where I am, I'm not going to say I'm like super isolated, but it's a little bit isolated. You know what I mean? I'm in the suburbs of Canada. It's a culture change for me. And I like move outside of my comfort zone. And when you move outside of your comfort zone to a new place, there's an adjustment, you know, and I adjusted and I found myself isolated, and Twitch was a way to really reconnect. And you lot have been that connection that's really helped fulfill that transition. So thank you for being here. And with that said, let's fire this bad boy up and see what's going on in the prelude to Ghostwire Tokyo. So my understanding, I'm not even going to do the game a disservice by trying to describe how I understand the game as it plays out. I'm going to let the story speak for itself. And then we'll see what's up and we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I don't know how the prelude plays out. I know what to expect kind of from the main game, but not so much from the prelude. First time I've booted it up, so it's fresh for me as it's fresh for you guys. So there may be some adjustments that we have to do on the fly vis-a-vis volume and this, that, and the other. But, ooh, hello. Woo, damn. Okay, so we started like that. We started. J Dot, the community is everything, man. I tell you, it's without you guys, I'm not streaming. I just put it right out there. I just quietly go about my business. All right, let's see what we're working with. Options. Language is set to English. Font size normal. Font speed. Full screen. Do we have a full screen windowed option, or is that no? Yep. Okay, that's that. All right, controls. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, I guess that's just the confirmation. You can maybe just change that. And then we've got our volume. So there's not much in the terms of options. I think this plays out like a narrative, like a visual novel. I'm going to say that's my suspicion, especially based on the lack of control. I think I saw a bit of a trailer, but that's kind of what we're going to expect. All right. Boom. New game. Let's see what's what. Nani? I feel like that's what will be going through his mind here. Oh no, we don't know who this is. All right, the triple question mark, that's where the name goes. We don't know who this is. Rinko? God damn it, Rinko. I'm not gonna, don't leave my accents alone, okay? Because I didn't even be reading this. Erica? No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's mind these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How is a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? But honestly, Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. All right, so are we Ryota on the phone? What does that say? And if I mangle words, okay, leave me alone. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Any Japanese person that's here, anybody who sees this, okay? All right. So was that the Kitty Gyoga? The Kitty Gyoga vanishing? The Marunouchi vanishing? You know, I may skip over a few words. And then the bathroom vanishing. Can we select? Okay. Ryota's concern brings him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled The Kitty Gyoka Vanishing. He reads it to himself the best he can. Having tracked another report of dark fog to the area, I arrived to find it had passed, leaving dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. At the scene, all we found were the clothes of a mother and son, left behind like two molted cicada shells. Yo, what's happening, Smile Patch? What you saying? How you been? Words are hard, Liz. Thank you. And Melly, I see you. No, I appreciate. I can't say it enough. I can't, and hopefully I take the time to tell you all when we speak, but it's mad love. Devilish goes on to say, we open our story on a beautiful sunny day in which Godzilla has decided to not attack Tokyo. One of those rare days that Godzilla is off and a new threat is enveloping the land. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone, precious lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier, it felt with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. I'm like that. If it rains, I just get wet. Any kind of attempt to deter myself from getting rained on just feels like too much effort. I'm just like, let me just get wet and change when I get to where I'm going. That's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime. A group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. Devilish, you know what? I was thinking about you the other day. I saw there was that Fortnite promotion, yeah, and I was like, oh, it was something like play 4 hours of Fortnite for a bit of spare change. And I was gonna do it. I was like, oh, let me work myself up. I'm terrible when it comes to all these sponsorships. These sponsorships come away, and I'm like, is that the kind of work I can put in on stream? And usually the answer is no. I hate asking you lot to do anything, right? Like I like the idea that you lot come and go as you please and you just have a good time and what's what, right? So I was like, but I said to myself, this doesn't really ask anybody to do anything, right? Like I'll play some Fortnite and do the deal. And I was all thinking about getting it set up. And then I saw you streaming it and I was like, oh, look at Devilish go with his bad self. I'm going to do that. And then I went back to the sponsorship and it was full. And I feel like in my head, it probably wasn't like this, right? But in my head, you took that last spot that I was going to do it for the promotion. And props to you. I hope it went super well. But yeah, I was like, damn, devilish. Kind of took my promotion spot. So I missed out on that one. I hope it went well. All right, that's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime. A group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open up my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. KK. All right, so this is a different story, right, that we looked up on our phone. The mariachi, no. Okay, just allow me words and names, okay, when it's on screen. But this is the second story in the list. Unable to shake the idea that monsters are all around him, Ryota navigates on his phone to a document called The Marinauchi Vanishing. There you go, that's the second story. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing person from Marinauchi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area and then poof, she was gone. Yo, do you, J-Dot? You know, I appreciate you regardless, man. Thank you so much for coming through, and I hope you don't have to work too late. Devilish goes on to say that the Fortnite stream was awesome. They paid me to do what I was going to do off stream anyway. Yeah, that was if I tell you, if more promotions were like that, I'm in. Get on, really? No, wait, serious? You're an Epic partner now? Really? Oh yeah, congratulations, man. That's huge. That's awesome. Dude, do you have like one of those codes, those creator codes? I don't spend any money on the Epic store, but hopefully, and I feel bad about it now because there's that whole class action going on and Epic's got this big payout and I'm like, man, I wish I bought a loot box because then maybe I'm going to get some of that. But if you've got a creator code, put it in the chat so that people can pick it up and use it because I hear that it's pretty good. All right. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. If I get round to, you know, like, oh, my camera's right on this boy's face. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Now you can see our poor demoralized Ryota. If I ever get round to sort of like editing, then this would be a good one to practice with. I'll edit all my miscellaneous comments out. So this is just like, I don't know, a narrative. Well, not now because my camera's been over the poor boy's face the entire time. But I was like, oh, this might be a good video to edit. You know, anyway, wherever, we're moving on. No, it's a dumb thing they labeled the ad with to gas my head up with. You say that, but I know you're feeling the fire. I'm looking forward to more Fortnite streams on your channel. All right. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horse wallop. Wasn't till I met them and until my encounter that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through the monster taking the form of the woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there. When I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers, they were in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. So how did we put her out the misery? Like, what did we do? What did he do? I'm confused. Like, they just skirted over that. So, and we see the detective seems to have taken it pretty well that this woman has like made these orbs appear and chased them around, and then he just like does the thing and she's gone. I need more information. No mistaking whose handiwork it was either. I'd finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. KK. What does KK mean? Is that like how you sign off on a story? Does that mean like the end? Finished? To be continued? I need to know things. Like being an artist, or like how Walmart is. You say that. I don't. If you know what though, if Epic reaches out to you to do another Fortnite stream, just say yes. Don't get so deep. All right, so we've seen two instances, right? The first were these people with umbrellas who like seem to appear in the rain, and by bashing the umbrellas, it seems to have the rain has had an adverse effect on them, and that's how the person who reported on the Kirigyaoga vanishing survived. And then the Marionauchi vanishing, we have this detective who found this woman in the street, didn't believe in hallucinations until these orbs appeared, and then he basically put paid to her and confirmed that it was a normal woman who vanished and became this creature. So the last story, the bathroom vanishing. Could monsters really be living among us? These case files say that yes, they absolutely can and do, according to this one. A lady called me about a missing person who vanished from the bathroom of her apartment. Usually I'd brush it off as another runaway, but after seeing the crows circling above her apartment, I had a feeling there'd be more to this. The black stains on the front door verified my hunch. It turns out that I am the only one that can see these black stains. The lady who lived there and showed me in made no signs of noticing it. She showed me the bathtub and gave me a play-by-play of what happened. Her boyfriend was taking a bath, longer than usual, and so she went to the bathroom to check on him. When she opened the door, her boyfriend was gone, and for a short instant, there was a reflection of an old shrine on the surface of the bathwater. I rubbed my finger on the rim of the bathtub, and there was a transparent, sticky, slime-like substance on it. A reflection of a shrine shone on the water's surface. I'll need to talk further with my team about this incident to see if these things ring any bells. I purged the black stain on the front door and left the scene. Poor lady, what will she do now? What can any of us do? KK. So I'm going to assume that means that story's over. KK. I'm going to start signing off my text messages like, KK. No. Maybe it's, I'm assuming it's a cultural thing. Like in East Asia, in Japan or wherever, they've been messaging, they're just like, KK, you know. How do you sign off your, I mean, what do we sign off, like, I sign off my text messages like X and O, right? That's like kisses and hugs, right? Like, I don't know what KK is. So in these posts, the kid had found something, or rather someone. It's a name. Someone called KK has been looking into monsters in this part of town. A believer, just like Ryota. Okay, all right, so the light comes on. There we now know what KK... So KK was the author. So all three... I thought the three stories were three different individuals that were like on a blog post, but it's the same person who's had several occurrences. Right, okay, all right, there. I'm no longer signing my messages of KK, you know. I'll just sign them like I always do. X and O's or mega. Social media would never lie, never. And that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert in all things paranormal. Almost threw in an extra K there, and then that would have been a far darker turn. There's only one thing left to do. Having pored over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Ryota prepares to take action. I'm going to ask this KK guy to help. Just got to figure out where he lives first. All right, so Sagasu, which is the game's version of obviously Google. Mm-hmm. All right, so we Googled. What did we do? Did we Google KK? Dear Mr. Investigator person. No, okay, I'm going to leave that one alone. No. Dear Mr. Investigator person, hello, how are you? I am not good and I need your help. Monsters got my best friend, Sosuke. Rinko sits up in his chair. She's zeroed in on one of a dozen monitors from across a makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Data flies across the screens, seemingly too much. Charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Oh, the power of being an internet detective. How many monitors they have going on? I'm not going to lie, chaps. It's you here. There's 3 monitors, and I feel like that gives me a decent, But here, we're looking at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, at least 15 monitors. Somehow, through all of those screens and all that clutter, Ryoto's messages catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could just be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytical approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved, the mysterious he. She knows what she thinks, but she always knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. What do you make of it, Ed? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. Whoa, Ed. In you we trust. In Ed we trust. He has something to say, but holds it back. Technology is easy. People are hard. People are hard. It's true. It's true. Words are hard. People are harder. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, Ed turns and walks away. That's cool. That's cool. Ed is like cool. Like strong side. Like looks at the monitor. He like strokes his chin. Reaches for his tape recorder. Presses play. And then just pieces. Which like is a pretty strange train of event. It's always like, oh, this kid reports seeing strange phenomenon happening and their friend may have been taken. I don't necessarily know that. Anyway, we'll see. I've learned from my mistakes. I questioned KK and Story explained it to us. All right, Ed's voice. So this is it. The playback is in Ed's voice. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer. What? So what? Did he say this in advance, record it, and then did he know this was what? I'm a little bit confused. So this is Ed is saying that, and this is not coming from the record. So is nothing playing on the record? I'm sorry, you know what? Shh, mega. Shh. I'm making it confusing for everybody. It's more confusing than it needs to be. From where they'd never return. If any information turns up about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate. Though I speak purely out of personal interest, it might not be enough to take the rest of my team to pursue it without further evidence. Okay. Did you hear that? Hit that little okay. Safe to say, since you somehow find the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend that you want to look into it. So it did come from the recorder. Okay, so Ed had a similar sentiment that he had said before in a recorder, and then in response to this kid's inquiry, he just whips out the recorder and he's like, play. Why didn't he just say, I'm interested? They're like, people are hard, but I feel like that's the long way to say something similar. I don't know, man. Maybe that's just how they do things in this version. Maybe he's practicing his ventriloquist act. Ed is deep. I feel like Ed's got layers. Ed is already engrossed in other words. He's like, here's a statement I made earlier. Play. I've got better things to do than give you the 2 seconds it says to say, yeah, like, let's do it. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He certainly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how to spend your free time. Huh, Ed? Erica's been sitting next to Rinko this entire time. Erica's just been sitting there, only appears now. Listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is... Want me to check it out? I don't think so, Erica. Could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Says Rinko. Seriously? You still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. At 16 years old, what is she even doing there? I thought this was like an operation that was investigating. I don't. As a parent, I'm not quite keen on this scenario. She should be at home doing homework. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown a maturity beyond her years. That doesn't make it okay. She gives Erica an almost sisterly look of skepticism. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitors and away from Erica. There's a lot of like turning your back on people in this. Ed like whipped out his recorder, pressed play, and then he walked away. Like he pieced. Like Rinko just throws out her opinion and then it just turns her back. Like the social skills in this dynamic are interesting. But for all her maturity, Erica can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I'll have him take a look. Is the private detective, like, is that us? Are we the protagonist? Yeah, no, maybe. The stall is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. The silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. I think that's us. That's you know what I mean, chat. I also like that they said that the phone vibrates and it doesn't ring, because I feel like that's more honest to the situation. That's what would happen. The phone wins. The peace and solitude has shattered. This is no way to enjoy noodles. God damn it. The silent diner finally glances at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case? These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Can't even get 5 minutes to enjoy a nice, quiet lunch. Everybody's surly in this. Nobody's just happy. I guess maybe, Ryota did say that there's an air of fear and Tokyo is not quite right. So I'm going to put it down to what's going on in the general Tokyo area, as opposed to if there wasn't this like pervasive evil, this presence, this malaise, everyone would be a lot more pleasant to each other. Did it just crash? No, you're still blinking at me, so something's happening. Aha, I have to press accept. I have to accept the call. Let me guess, I'll be risking life and limb. That why you let it ring for so long? Too scared to pick up? Huh. You know the exact day I stopped being scared of anything. Like, I don't feel like that's his voice, but I don't have much of a range, chat, so leave me alone. It's just whatever comes out at the time, okay? He's an East Asian with a black soul, okay? The day you stopped being a loner. Oh, Ed's speaking. The day you stopped being a loner and hooked up with us so we could have your back. Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not full enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple check-in on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erica should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're busy, so... Whoa, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I agree. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get in on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. I bet it's money. I bet we need money. Who are we talking to? Let's talk to... Can we talk to ourselves? That's us. You know what? So if we choose us, we just don't talk to anybody. Yeah, up to my camera. You know what? On second thought, I've heard everything I need. Just point me in the right direction and I'm sure I can figure out the rest. Okay, my bad. By doing that, I feel that I have skipped over a few dialogue options. So I apologize, chat. Yo, what's happening, Clone? You absolute legend. How's your Mass Effect runs going? I haven't, because it's so late, managed to watch much of the streams. But I saw you were a Mass Effect 2. I was watching you talk to Joshua the other night. It is Joshua, right? And I was like, man, I need to play through these games again. I played completely through Mass Effect 1. It's one of my greatest games of all time. Really enjoyed it. Started Mass Effect 2, got stuck at some point, never finished it, and then that kind of ended my run. But you made me want to like get back into Sinner, you legend. No way. What's happening, Bargain Bin Gaming? How you doing? Appreciate the lurk. Thank you very much. And I'm excited to see your podcast is coming back. You know what? Like, Darktide is not that I'm burnt out. That's actually a good question. It's not that I'm burnt out on it. I still love the game, but I have a problem. I have a problem with Darktide. I'm going to air it out here right quick, okay? Because it's been frustrating me. So Darktide gets to a point, you get your character to max level, you get to level 11, and you get weekly quests that give you a currency to get good weapons, right? And in the beginning, the weekly quests were okay, right? You know, they required a time investment of about 3 to 8 hours, give or take. Over the course of a week, that's fine. It's about like an hour of Darktide a day, right? On your one character. Then, I think with the last patch, I don't think it was always like this. I think there was a change. The weeklies were tuned, and the quests to complete the weeklies are ridiculous now. They require so much time investiture that I used to be able to, if I pushed myself, do 2 characters in a week. I can't even do 1 character in a week now. They're so long. They have weekly quests that are like, do 25 missions in a week. I don't want to do 25 missions in a week. 5 or 10 missions in a week. Like, make me do like a mission or 2 a day. If I had to do 2 missions in a day, I'd still struggle to meet the old quota of 15 quests in a week. Don't make me do 25 levels. And to do 25 levels in a week is game breaking in a way that I'm not doing 25 hard missions. I'll try and do 25 easy missions. But then what am I playing for? What am I playing for? It's ridiculous. I'm just running around like shooting enemies, and it becomes a grind. They've introduced this horrible, and it's not just that. It's get 25 scriptures. 25 scriptures, at 3 scriptures a run, right? Like, it's a pain. It's a pain. You do 15 grims, and like, you can re-roll 1 for free. Then you start having to gold sync to roll away these really annoying quests, like just making me waste my gold to try and get reasonable quests that I can do in a week. How much Darktide did the developers think I'm going to play in 1 week? And that's just on 1 character. And I've got 2 to 30 already. That means I want to do weeklies on 2 characters. Potentially, in an ideal scenario, I want to do weeklies on 4 characters. And you're trying to tell me that each character wants to do 25 runs in a week. Come on now. I couldn't even do it on 1. And so it got to a point where I was like, at max level, what I'm pushing content, right? But to push my loot reward is to get these weeklies done. So now I don't feel like I can push content because the weeklies are too long, right? And I don't feel like I can enjoy the weeklies because I have to play them at a low level. So I'm not pushing content. There's a massive time investiture, and for what? Like, slightly better loot. I hope that there's some feedback going on to developers that's ridiculous to ask for a weekly. You know, games should be learning. You should ask as a game, maybe ask as a gamer of your gamers, maybe 2 hours a day for 5 days a week. That's really, like, as a general rule of thumb, you shouldn't be asking for that. If you're asking for 4 hours or more per day of your gamers, right, over a 7-day period, you messed up. How much time? Retune those weeklies. Retune them. I'm not playing anymore. Like, I have to ignore and if I have to ignore the weeklies, what's my motivation? Like, why am I pushing higher content? Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit upset about it. The Darktide has thrown me for a little bit, and it's been on my chest. And right now we're not good. I tried to log in a little bit earlier. Sometimes I log in just to check the loot, but it's not right. Somebody needs to retune those weeklies. I'm upset. I'm upset, Sinner. And you just came in, and I don't know how you identified that pain point, but you just daggered straight for it. And it did a little bit of, I was keeping that in. Oh man. I made Mass Effect 2 the last stream. Yeah, I know. I saw that later night. Suna goes on to say, I've been looking at all the gameplay and reviews of Callisto Protocol, and I firmly decided it's obviously not worth 80 Canadian. It is not worth 80 Canadian. Yeah, Callisto's a tough one. You know, the tough thing about Callisto is I think, you know, the stuttering issues and performance issues on PC. And I ran like a little sub goal. See if we were going to play it, and fortunately we didn't make it. But the stuttering issues, the performance issues on PC were a shame. It's universally, everybody was like, the game looks good, and that's great. But some of the complaints about the game in the way that combat works, the way that guns and melee combat have been tuned, there are some fundamental issues in there that I don't necessarily know are going to get fixed in a couple of patches. I also don't know if they're going to get fixed, period. And that's really worrying because I really want to like the game. But I've also had people not complain about it. So really, that's kind of, when it comes to Callisto Protocol, I'm sort of circling, are they going to address the melee and gunplay combat? Are they going to tweak it? When I hear about that, if I hear about that, I'd kind of, but I feel like that's one that's going to go into the sale plate, and I'll see about picking it up in the summer sale or something, you know, because it's supposed to be gorgeous. It's supposed to be gorgeous. And if I don't have to go back to horror for like another 6 months, I'm okay with that too. So I haven't really played any new games. Nah. Detroit Become Human was on sale for $20. Yeah. You know what? Can you start playing that? Let me know what you think. I got a certain way into Detroit Become Human, and I had thoughts about it. Detroit, it was tough. I like Quantic Dream. I like the production value of the game, and I really wanted to enjoy it. And I did quite a bit of me did enjoy it. But the gameplay elements, yeah, that kind of, it was letting me down in terms of gameplay wise. It wasn't really doing much. Visually, storytelling wise, was okay, but it had these weak elements. And then it got to a point where my PC died. What's now the streaming PC died. I lost the hard drive, right, to replace the hard drive, and there wasn't a cloud save on it. So I have to begin again. So that's kind of what deaded the game for me. But I was really into Quantic Dream, and I think they're working on a Star Wars game now, isn't it? They're working on, and I'm excited for that because I hope they've learned. They said it's going to be nothing like Detroit Become Human, and I hope that's because it's going to be a lot more interactive. I think they could do a really good job, but they'd need to like quadruple the amount of interaction that you'd have to get anywhere close. So absolutely, this is why well, hold on, let me go back a bit. All right, cool, clone. This is why I never wowed, though. To be fair, I'm kind of backing WoW, and it strangely enough, I never thought I would say this. WoW I found to be in a better place than Darktide. How is that? WoW is asking less from me as a time commitment than Darktide is, which is crazy. And as a result, I find it easier to play. And the way Quantic Dream does, it makes it even worse because they don't even tell you at any point what the prompts even mean. Yeah. It's not tuned well. And I want to go back to some of their early games. I want to do Heavy Rain. I picked up their portfolio a while back, actually. And I would maybe try and stream it at some point, obviously in the massive backlog that we have. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely worth a playthrough, but it's the kind of thing that once I played through, which is a shame because the game hints at a certain amount of replayability with the multiple paths and endings, but you wouldn't necessarily want to push yourself through it because it's a lot of sitting around, right? So my opinion so far is that the branching path system just creates artificial replayability. Exactly. Nailed it. That and it shouldn't be that way. Like, you should want to, but it's not compelling. Like, it starts off quite well. I think the bit in the beginning, when you're the detective going around investigating the crime scene, they were going down a good path, and then they sort of, as they build the stories around all the other characters, it sort of just falls off, and that was a bit of a shame. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. So let me see how far you get. I'm gonna try, and I'm putting it on my radar, but let me know what you think about it when you get to the end. Exactly. So I'll be, and if there's a turnaround, I'll be curious to see it, because like I said, I think I got like a halfway, 2/3 of the way through. I also have Heavy Rain for my PS3. I haven't played it yet. So yeah, so I've got it for the PC, and I heard good things about it. Maybe at some point we'll get to stream it, but you know what I'm like. So there's no commitment there. All right, so sorry for that massive divergence, chat. When we circle right back around to the prelude, okay, we, the protagonists, our team is asking us to go and investigate a sewer where Ryota's reported several has found us online and mentioned that their friend has been lost, and we're kind of been dispatched to investigate the incident. All right, so we say, you know what? On second thought, I've heard everything I need. Just point me in the right direction and I'm sure I can figure out the rest. All right, so this is Ryota who reports that their friend is missing. Ryota doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He is young, but he is very much alone. I know that feeling, Ryota. I know that feeling. Hold on in there. Get into streaming, because your support network is everything. I'm kind of waiting to get a capture card before I play any of my PS and Xbox backlog. Yeah? Is that the kind of thing, like, if you gave us an ETA and when a capture card is coming? His focus is centered on the small bit of paper in his hand. What's in this paper? After a couple of folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arms, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Ryota inspects his creation, someone who has been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. Oi, oi, what have you got there? Ryota looks up. He's nervous but clutches the paper doll in his hands to stay brave. He's not running or hiding, despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. In my head, despite the fact that our protagonist looks nothing like him, I hear Logan's voice. Yo, what's happening, Captivate? You absolute legend. How you doing, man? 3 paychecks in a month. God, you baller. But I'm already dipping into my... Oh, okay. So I'm not going to have the full paycheck. No worries. But I do plan on buying some important things. A new microphone, a new audio interface, maybe a capture card will be in there. Whoa, with your bad self. Do you need a new microphone? When I was on your stream last, your mic seemed fine. Got to admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you get benefits of a partner. Pardon me, without the annoying small talk. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I should walk around with like a little cardboard friend that I just talk to, That would be hilarious if I'm sat on the bus talking to my cardboard friend. I think everybody else on the bus would have an opinion. Ryota's shoulders ease. He lets his guard down as he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. Immersive Sinner goes on to say, I want a microphone I can use exclusively for streaming that's always set up, and I'm getting one of those heavy boom arms for it. Yeah. So what microphone are you using at the moment? You'd have 10 you'd have 10 empty seats near you for sure. And that might be a good, that's all to the good. I feel like this could be a recommended tactic. Paper doll, you just slip it in my pocket and just walk around. When I was living in the city and I was working in the center, hardly a day would go by where I wouldn't hear somebody talking to themselves, and it would really throw me for a loop, because this was before the AirPods were a thing, right? And I would look, obviously there were Bluetooth microphones and they would talk fully like it was a phone conversation they were having, that somebody was there, and I would look for signs of a microphone, anything in their ears, and no, almost on a daily basis, some people would be walking down the street having these full-on conversations. And then sometimes they would get really riled. They'd be shouting at themselves. And I think there's a bit of a sort of drug epidemic. I said to my wife, I thought maybe, meth or something, because I'm not used to knowing drugs that like make you feel like somebody else is there. But it would happen so regularly, and it would be so disconcerting. Proper conversations. And I'd never even be sure. And 50-50, if they were on drugs or not, I'm no expert. But full blown and really getting into it, really getting into whoever they were talking to. It was a bit freaky. It was a bit freaky. In fact, it was just very freaky. They're all XLR mics. Sweet. Oh, I heard. So I use a HyperX mic. I forget what model it was, but it's like 2 generations ago. But I heard the newest XLR mic is a bit on the expensive side, but really good. Definitely one worth checking out. They all had paper dolls with them. You're just behind the times. Yeah, it's true. They knew something I didn't. They were little paper dolls in their pockets, just fully barking at them. No, talk to me. That's gonna be on the bus next time. But everyone's just gonna assume I'm talking to my wife. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to this scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You a sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. Are we bantering? So you are really him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. They say you solve strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Ryota's phone. He sees the social media post featuring photos of various case files he has worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing out my name is a pain, and I got too much pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You wanted an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. I'm so glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing, I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends on the force, so I can dig up dirt quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honest. My buddy Sosuke disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. I feel like this isn't a difficult thing to investigate. If a kid has been missing for almost 24 hours, but even 12 hours, I don't even think you'd have to call your friends on the force. You could just knock on does Sosuke have no parents? Because at this point, the parents would be freaking out. Like, did they just not notice that their 16-year-old kid has been missing for 12 hours? No, probably younger than 16. Erica was 16. This kid could have been like 12 or something. I don't know. Last place I saw him was right back here. Appreciate you, Blaze, you absolute legend. Ryota motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow him, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. If Ryota is bluffing, he's an incredible liar. A sadness comes over him when he looks back towards the alley. KK looks back and forth, from the kid to the alleyway behind him. All alleys are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. See any fog when that happened? The moment he disappeared? Now that you mention it, there has been something spooky around, like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. All right. KK mutters something to himself as he eyeballs the alleyway behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. With so much going down in this city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front page news. Just go down the alley. Just go down the alley. You're there. You're there. Why are we debating this? Like, even if the kid is lying, go down the alley and take a look. All right. So I guess that's like negative on the right and positive on the left. Look, I mean, I voiced my opinion already. Let's go down the alley. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he was taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. I don't see how this is so difficult. Are we just an extremely bad detective? But it did happen to my best friend. Sosuke's been missing for 2 full days. 2 full days. This is the kind of investigation that's real quick. Is there a kid named Sosuke? Is he missing? That's it. That's all that needs to be. 2 days. That's where does Sasuke's, where does he live, kid? Let me go to his house, knock on the door, and ask his parents if they've seen their kid for 2 days. Like, if you've got friends on the force, it shouldn't even be a conversation. The parents by this point must have reported it to the police. I don't understand. This plot is it's, I don't, everyone has been looking, but no one can find him. If everyone has been looking, what kind of a detective are we that there's any equivocation? There's a kid missing, all right? He could be anywhere, but one of the places that he's been reported missing from is this alley. I don't know about this Prelude. Why are we, the detective asking the kid if a police report? I thought we made a few calls on the way here to our friends on the force. Who wrote this? Give them my number. We need to have a conversation. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who really cares about Sasuke. I know he needs me. Everyone is looking for this kid, but the only one who really cares is me. It's me, this 12-year-old kid named Ryota. I don't understand. I don't know. Right now, my head is imploding. And after 2 days, everyone stopped looking. Everybody stopped looking for him. Only Ryota cares now. So the parents were concerned for a day. Everybody went out and they looked for him. They couldn't find him, and then they just let it go. And the police don't care, and that's it. 2 days is about as much as they've got in them. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated, you knew there was more to it than everyone else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to Sosuke's disappearance. I just need your help. I'm going to put it down to this, like, whatever Ryota was describing at the beginning is affecting people's minds in Tokyo, and that's why these events can occur. Really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. Apparently this kid is more dedicated than anybody in Tokyo right now, including this detective. You remind me of my friend Erica. She lost someone too, and she'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Are we finally going to go down the alley? All right, show me exactly where this Sasuke pal of yours disappeared. Ryota perks up. So you're going to look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team, see if they figured anything out. Could save us some time. KK reaches for his phone. I don't understand why all of this work, like all these phone calls that are doing nothing, somehow are more useful than just going to the alley. Like, are we scared of the dark? I feel like we're a detective that is scared of the dark. I don't know. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. I thought we were already on the phone. Didn't Rinko just... I'm so confused. Okay, dialogue options. All right, let's see. You find anything else? I know you've been searching all over on your fancy computer. Rinko should turn around and say, why don't you just go in the alley? Some worrying details have started to emerge. The type of details that mean he is for sure involved. Social media started to fill up with posts about the appearance of a mysterious dark fog. It's been popping up in neighborhoods with similar data sets to the one Ryota called from. School absences are also on the rise. I can't confirm if those represent actual disappearances or just spooked kids trading scary stories, but it's clear fear and paranoia are taking hold. Yeah, figured out that much. We're just going to carry on at this point. Oh, really? You carry a fear and paranoia detector now? Did Ed develop that when I wasn't paying attention? Years on the force are what gave me my fear detector. You can't beat experience. But I do appreciate your input, even if I already knew it all. Ryota? It's time to find Sasuke. I'm holding it in. It's going in the internal bank. All right, so we finally went down the alley. Nothing looks out of place, but things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding on to anything, but you would think that he is by the way he's moving. Like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Ryota has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. I don't like saying K so much. It's just we might have to do a verbal and just call him JJ. As JJ opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops down from his hand onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. Ooh. Let me guess. We've identified that there's a manhole cover in the alley. Well, that was a bit creepy. A strange trail floats into view, as though a spirit has passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. So we've walked into the alley and established that a something walked down the alley. Could we not just check out the entire alley before we had to do the Shaolin Mojo? Puzzled, Ryota follows KK's island down the alley, but sees nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid. It's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. And you're too young for it to take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're going to find your friend and get you back to your life. So from going down the alley, we established that something went down the alley. Right, okay. But this isn't a place for skepticism, positivity. KK and Rinko are in big trouble this time. Running like rats, desperate to stay alive, with only a dingy old sofa between them and monsters. We'd better find another exit. Riko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body's reacting to the ether. As KK looks at the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform, everything continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination. The world is breaking in two. That'd be crystallized ether, another form of matter. Sounds like your body has entered the final stages of infinity. From thin air, like phantoms, these horrific visitors appear, surrounding KK and Rinko. Damn, we're surrounded. It's about to get good. What happens next? What? Mr. KK? Are you okay? Huh? Sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control. You just kind of stood there for a little while. Sometimes my memories take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your power. Sit tight, I won't be long. A report on Rinko's computer setup flashes on screen. Ed's monitoring software has a hold of something big. The results are clear. Spiritual residue, and it's exactly at KK's location. What is it now? We just received an alert. There was a massive surge of spiritual energy at your location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. We might have a missing child on our hands. Still not convinced. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Remember, fog reports are increasing. There's fear in the streets. It's time to act. Of course I know these things. I'm the one who told you. I also know how dangerous it's getting out there. This time could be even worse than the last. What if he shows up? The mysterious he. Wish he would. Excited to see that mask snap in two when I put my fist through it. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use our own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. KK decides to address one team member specifically to make his case. All right, who are we addressing specifically? I think it's time to bring Ed into the conversation. The hunger I have to solve this case is as good as any science experiment you could conduct to get to the bottom of it. Ed, how many times have my instincts been proven right by all your high-tech gadgetry? That's not something I keep tally of. The purpose of my work isn't to prove you right. But it happens all the time. I'm out in the streets, pressing into the darkness, trusting my instincts, pardon me. I can't be waiting for you all to download a software update. I feel like you're trivializing my work quite a bit. Of course, I'm extremely thankful when I can assist you, but my primary goal as a scientist and a paranormal investigator is much greater than any individual day-to-day goals. And that's exactly my point. We all need to focus on what we do best, and what I do best is not wait around. It's not detective work. It's not finding missing kids, as we've learned, okay? It is just not hanging around. That's our superpower. We can all agree you're no good at that. I must say, I quite admire your grit, and I do not envy the streets that a city like Tokyo must place on. And I do not envy the stress that a city like Tokyo must place on a detective who just wants to do his job. However, I would remind you, in nature, a lone wolf typically isn't alone for long. They are alone only until they find a new pack or become prey themselves. That may be factually correct, but sure as hell takes the coolness out of it. I don't know about this dialogue. I can't disagree with that. Just try and act cool in the most responsible way possible. Our pack is stronger with you in it. I'll talk to you later. I'm in the middle of investigating. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know about this dialogue. He never was any good at following people's directions. That attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. You think I don't realize that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. That's good to know it doesn't bother the 16-year-old girl. She's the mark of responsibility. She's the metric we want to hit. Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between the two horrific figures and to some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of these ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back, might just make you even more miserable. Who can say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK, without hesitation, stretches his hands out towards the crystals. Wait, stop. Stopping's not an option, not for any of us. You don't know what would happen. It could kill you. And those things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You've thrown away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. There's not a goddamn thing left to lose. There's not a goddamn thing left to lose at this point. Before Rinko can say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. We're pressing the crystals. And fade to white. Oh, look! It's a manhole cover. The one place in the alley we didn't look. KK follows the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. So, Mega, with his supreme intellect, is able to deduce that we can go into the alley and look for a manhole cover. No questioning required. KK, who we shall henceforth be referring to as JJ, needs psychic powers to lead him to a manhole cover in an alleyway where a child has disappeared. I don't know. Am I a superhero, chat? This spot is clearly the origin point for whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Sasuke? KK looks around again and, finding nothing, focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing spectre hovering in this dark and dreary place, the spirit of a man in his 30s. A Jibukere. According to Japanese law, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters as if distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know, what are you doing here specifically? At this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So just being neighborly, huh? Yes. No. Not making friend. Protecting. But he wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else. Something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster. A monster. The Spectre points downwards. Underneath, huh? Oh, surprise, surprise. We have to go down the manhole cover. KK stares at the manhole as though if he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath its cover. He doesn't have to see the Spectre nod to know he's right. It went that way. Before he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective business. You don't belong back here. I thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother, JJ says to the Spectre. Only you can hear me? Well, sure, nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe. Not safe. Monster. But how do you know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. Why aren't they on their way already? Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to someone? To anyone? Funny you should mention that. I could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services. Who are you calling, mister? Are they nice like you or nicer? Client services? Sounds more like babysitting to me. If only you would just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Rinko sighs, a long tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. All right, you know what? Let's get Ed to do some work. No more hiding behind those computers, Ed. It's time to get out on these streets. Ed, he's the oldest kid I know. His toys just cost a lot more. You rang? I need a favor. I'm going deep into this case, as in underground. But our young client insists on following me. He's going to get hurt or worse. I know you've unraveled some of the biggest mysteries of the human experience. Think you can distract a nosy kid? Not my primary point of interest, but I know enough. JJ gets distracted by Ryota's smartphone, which now glows brightly in the boy's hands. Mr. KK, my phone just alerted me to a paranormal presence. Maybe you're onto something. It's asking me to scan the alleyway for clues, like a detective. What app is this kid using? Don't worry, I've just done some minor hacking. Now you can tell our enthusiastic young friend that he needs to keep his phone focused on that specific alleyway, and leaving his place will result in the loss of precious data. Oh, okay, all right, explained. Asked and answered. I'm not sure that precious data is going to satisfy his curiosity. In addition to that, I sent him digital currency for every major mobile game that would unlock as soon as the data gathering is completed. But bribery, mate. Nice work, Ed. KK hears the click of Ed hanging up the phone on him. Not as funny being on the other side of that sound. Really not one for chit-chat. I'm up to 5% complete gathering data, JJ. I even got an achievement, and there's a better one coming at 10%. It's actually quite funny. Never thought kids having their noses in their phones all the time would work out for me. Now to get down there and find your power, Sasuke. Okay, I'm ready. Take me to the main game. I feel like I've had enough Prelude. I want to start ghost wiring. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya's sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not because of any change in lights. No, this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air. Toxic, paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. Ugh. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kegare only increases. There's definitely something here. If there's this much corruption swirling around, nothing I can't handle though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power and, I tell you, I need to look into these games before. There was me thinking, we'll do the prologue, I think it's a good prelude to the game, we'll just jump in, and then we'll get started. And now here I'm like, man, my throat's gonna go. I don't know how long this prologue is gonna go on for, and I just want to shoot some people with my hand gestures. I want to Sasuke. All right, what does our power do? Oh, is this interactive? Nope. We make a bow tie. Oh, hold X and trace the shapes to clear the sewer of corruption. Can I just... Oh, interactivity. Yes. Oh, Bungaga, what's happening, you legend? What are you doing? It sounds like a happy Christmas game. Yeah. It's turning into a fatiguing visual story. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. That's better, minus the stink. With the Kagari now cleared, as if they were waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. To that captivate. I wasn't sure it was going to work with the mouse. Sasuke, is that you? The small boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Hey you, kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding from something? Take a bath, take a bath. Come on, kid, this isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out. The tinny chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. All right, okay. I'll tell you right now, there's going to be some interchange between JJ and KK, right? Same name. It's just, I don't like saying the K all the time, right? So, but sometimes I forget in the middle of a sentence, all right? So, I'm close. I found Sasuke, but I'm worried. He won't... Muffled sounds. Down so far, the signal to KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. What I mean? More muffled sounds. Hello? Is anybody there? Rinko, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? Let's say it's Erica. Erica, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him? Was Sasuke wearing a yellow raincoat? The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. How far are we from the manhole cover at this point? Could we not just pop back above ground and just get a clear reception? Sasuke? It's about Sasuke? Not Erika. I can't understand. Sasuke is not what? Not Sasuke. The call cuts out, the phone going dead in KK's hand. Damn. Enough screwing around. Sasuke? Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up and turns to JJ with his dead, evil eyes. You're not Sasuke. You're the monster. JJ raises his hands and calls forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. And in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle to its mouth and... Man, I was hoping I was going to get to trace something. I like that tracing mechanic. It had legs. At a stranger's fingertips lies JJ, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, JJ flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a sonner. Hello, my new friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration, it surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to JJ and smiles. I hope to have a little bit more tracing. So far, it's more it's just clickable. As the monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle, he steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for two much larger, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge JJ. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you smashmas. All right, damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. Okay, I'm assuming this typhoon in the middle is a wind attack. I feel like that's a fair assumption. Whoa! One umbrella to visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. All right. Well, let's do another wind attack. On the same visitor. Do we take him out? One umbrella to visitor is injured. An umbrella to visitor attacked. This reminds me of, a lot of you probably aren't old enough, but there used to be these, before games had graphics, there were these text-based adventures. They used to be on PC where it would, you'd read what was happening and then you would type in your response. So it would be like, you're in a dark room. To your left, there is a desk. In front of you, there is a door. To your right, there is a key. What do you do? And then you would have to write the appropriate response. You like, go forward, turn left, turn right. And then, these text prompts adventures, right? So you type in the response and then it would like, you turn left. You are now facing the desk. What do you do? And then you type in search desk. And then it would give you the next response. And that was the adventure. That was a whole game. Before graphics, that was the game. It was just text. It was amazing. All right, so more wind attacks. They're weak to wind, so we're sticking with a theme. An umbrella to visitor attacks. One umbrella. Man, you lot try saying this. Say it 10 times fast. One umbrella to visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. Okay. Well, me doesn't want to press continue because I feel like I got an out and I don't necessarily want to go back in. Part of me doesn't quite understand. They were weak to wind, right? So two winds take them out, right? I don't. Part of me, we're 50-50. Part of me just wants to start the game. But the other part of me kind of wants to see what happened. I'm so confused. All right, we're gonna press continue. Hopefully that was the end of the prelude, and we can fire up the actual game and actually shoot some people. You know what I mean? With our fingers, right? But we're just gonna blitz through because maybe I misunderstood something. And all right, so blows whistle, steps back into darkness. He runs away. These things come. All right, visitors to show up. We're challenged, right? So here we go. Damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but this one in the middle, okay, looks like a wind attack, right? It's a wind. This must be a finger attack here on the left. Here on the right, this must be like a lightning attack. And this is a typhoon. Unless it's some random way this is water. But I can't imagine that to be the case, right? So we hit the visitor with a wind attack, right? So let's go. Injured. They attack. If they attack, am I supposed to defend myself? Is that what this is? Damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. So is that all right? So Cap says to check out a game. I can't see the link. I thought you would be able to, unless you can still play those text-based games. They really heighten your imagination. We're just gonna do a smaller side, right, before we start experimenting, because I think I have one of those text-based games. I think it's called Strange something. Oh, it's on Steam. I think I have on Steam. No, I lie. Let's cancel that. Let me do a thing. Yeah, thanks, Blaze. I need to sort it out so that Cap can do that. All right, let's go. I picked up a game ages ago. I can't remember what it's called. Damn, I thought it was Strange something. No. Did it have dark in the title? No. Oh my gosh. Now it's going to be on my mind for ages. What was it called? Oh, you messed my whole mind up now. I'm not going to find it because it's goes somewhere deep in here. No. Ha ha! Stories untold. Okay. I think this still uses that formula. It's weird that it takes you way back.
Part over it. But no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me.
Right, Mr. Asian, are we ready? I know how difficult this must be. We can do this. Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. It's above me. It's above me. They're here.
An experimental text. Yeah, you see where you saw the monitor in the keyboard? I think most of the game takes place through there. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to stream this. This might be like a quite a cool game to stream at some point. Yeah. Okay. Look. All right. So here, this is what I was talking about. So you're on the keyboard, I think, and then you see the text box come up, and you see it describes a scenario, and it says you pull up to the driveway of the family holiday home and park the car. It's dark. but it's clearly neglected. You remember being told to check the glove box before going in. You can't stand to be near this place. And then you type out your response. I'll put it on my list to check out because I think it'd be a fun game to check out. Maybe do like a Spooky Friday stream or something. But also, like, you know, I'd have to give my voice a break because there's been much talking. So yeah, no, I think that's gonna be a cool one to check out. If you had a different, where was the link that you had, Cap? Give it to Blade so he can paste it in. I'll sort out your VIP status later. Ah, okay. AIDungeon.io. Gotcha. Let me have a look. To the Google Mobile. Right. A text-based adventure story game where you direct and star in while the AI brings it to life. Oh, this was kind of peak. I don't know what that three-second clip was supposed to do. No rules, no objective, only adventure. AI Dungeon is a text-based, AI-generated fantasy simulation with infinite possibilities. Unlike most games where you experience worlds created by game designers with AI Dungeons, you can direct the AI to create worlds, characters, and scenarios for your character to interact with. You could lead an army fighting back an alien invasion or be a mythical detective investigating the attempted assassination of the Fairy Queen. Damn, this is crazy. Pick a character, a world, and a story. The AI will fill in the details for your unique adventure, or choose predefined worlds from the users or a random one using our quick start. Oh, this is crazy. I'm gonna bookmark this right now. Right now. We might have to check that out together, chat. Or I might have to do one or two and then we'll jump in together. Nice. And it's free, yeah. And we'll have to let Clone know as well. He would love that. It generates a story new every time you play, and it's your story, not a scripted game. Okay. Color me curious. All right, so we tried hitting them with pure wind attacks, and we died, right? So maybe there's like, I'm gonna say that this is a shield. If they attack, I think we can like hold the attack at bay. I'm guessing here. All right, so let's try this. A barrier appears in front of JJ. Okay. You see that? Now the game, we were here together. What I've seen, you've seen. The game in no way says you can defend. It says strike them with wind attacks. 2 attacks kills them. That's it. So I was just like, okay, we'll pew them with wind attacks. There was no like, if they attack, defend. Never mind. With our pooled gamer knowledge, we were able to navigate the situation. An umbrella visitor attacks, but its attack is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. Okay, now we respond with a wind attack. This game's got layers, chat. 1 umbrella visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. All right, we will now deploy our barrier. Can we deploy the barrier again? The barrier appears in front of JJ. An umbrella visitor attacks, but its attack is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. All right, and then we respond with our wind attack. Do we get a chance to use the lightning attack at all? Maybe the lightning attack was an AoE and it strikes them both. I don't know. Then the umbrella visitor attacks. Surprise, surprise. Do they not have a barrier then? I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. I don't understand. Is okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna assume that's where the prelude ends. I think that's just where it ends. That and then we're gonna go from there. I'm just quietly gonna quit that. That's it, quit. Done. It's done. We're gonna fire up the actual game and see where that goes. So I believe that that's the prelude ends and then the game maybe begins. Maybe we're in a sewer. We're going to find out now. I'm going to launch the game. I'm going to take a quick pee break and then I'm going to come back and we'll leap in. And I'm going to shake my head all the way because that was random. That was random, chat. All right. Boom. We're going to launch this and then we're going to jump into the actual game. Prelude's done. We toyed around with it. Visual something. I can't say I'd run around recommended it or that it's done much really but it's done a little something. We've been introduced to a few characters. Hopefully we'll see in the main game. I'm going to do a BRB. I'll leave you with this intro. I'll be right back, chat. All right. Okay, brightness settings are acceptable. Save and continue. Yes. All right. Bethesda.net login bonus unlocked. The Tokyo Bond Dance emote is now in your inventory. Thank you very much. New game. Let's see what's going on in here. All right, so we'll have the audio language in Japanese. I'm down for that. Autosave frequency every 5 minutes. Sounds good. Camera bob strength. As the player moves, we'll just a little bit of bob. Disable time limits. We'll leave that. We're going to mouse and keyboard it for now. It might probably just be a mouse and keyboard. All right, subtitle font size. Subtitles are on. That's good. Adjust the font size of subtitle tools. How do I know how much of a difference that makes? I guess we'll leave it at 1, and if we need more, we'll adjust. Also, what's the difference between the font size and the subtitle font size? Adjust the font size for certain HUD and menu elements. There you go. Asked and answered. Just leave those on the default for now. Windowed full screen. Windowed full screen. Windowed full screen. Windowed full screen we love. Frame rate cap. Thank you. No, it's fine. It's fine. Quality's good. We'll leave the film grain on. We'll leave a little bit of motion blur on, but if it's annoying, let me know and we'll adjust it later. And then we'll leave this. Oh, yeah, we'll leave that. Sweet. All right, let's see what we're working with. Save settings. Yep. Nice. All right, so hopefully the game just picks up. Woo! Damn. Okay. Had a Revolver Ocelot moment there. Oh no, Psycho Mantis. I was like, new game, and then my controller was just like. It shocked me a little bit. It did. I was a little bit shook. Okay, I'm sensitive, chat. What can I say? The massive pedestrian scramble spanning the four-way intersection outside Shibuya Station serves as one of Japan's most recognizable landmarks. That's the one that you see in the photos where like pedestrians can cross in all kinds of directions, like the X, and then there's like 4 bits around it, and there's loads of pedestrians, and then when it goes green, it's just crazy. All right, gift pack items have been added to my inventory. Thank you very much. Children's Day, Hanabata, Obun, Tsukimi, Halloween, Sports Day. Outfit items will become available partway through Chapter 2. That is acceptable. I think this is the crossing they were just talking about. Do you like the camera more here? I always prefer it like where it was before, like in the middle of the screen. But I don't know, sometimes it gets in the way. I feel like that was a spirit right there. No worries, Cap. If you play before I do, let me know what you think, yeah? Okay, so it doesn't seem like we're in an alleyway. I feel like that's a safe assumption, but I also don't think we're the protagonist yet. Or is this the protagonist for this game? J.U legend. Appreciate ya. Oh wow. You know what I'm thinking? JJ, we could have died in the alley and our spirit could have taken this kid's body. Shaminna. him.
よるべなき魂私の声を私が君たちを救おう。私だけが君たちを救う。君たちの魂は純化する。来るべき世界の礎となる。すでに器は整った。それは魂の住まうべきところだ。
I'll increase the size of the subtitles after this.
集え。
Sidoya.
良き終わりはそこにある。
そこにある。I feel like I'd be wicked at speaking Japanese. But I am also perfectly ready to accept that I'd be terrible as
敵だ。あと。何言ってんだよ。そもそもあんた一体。おい、抵抗するな。だからもう俺のもんだ。お前はさっき死んだ。俺が出ていけばお前は終わる。そんな。どうすれば。お前に選択肢などない。俺に従え。嫌だ。僕にはやらなきゃいけないことがある。やらなきゃいけないこと知るかい。うだうだ言うなら他を探す。お前は終わりだ。他誰もいないぞ。こいつ悪霊だか死神だか知らないが、この体は僕のものだ。あんたの指示は受けない。そうかよ。だったら力ずくで奪うまでだ。お前には聞いてもらう。仕方ねえ。まずは付き合ってやる。だが忘れるな。お前の命を握ってるのは俺だ。あんまりダダをこねるようならお払い箱だからな。分かったら早く進め。指図するな。
Alright, okay. Well, stuff happened. So, I feel like maybe we're JJ. Like I said before, we died to those umbrella men. That's always where the prelude ends. And then as a result, we've sort of like found our way into this body. Couple of things we need to do. We need to change the size of the subtitles, but we also need to change the name of the game. We need to change the size of the subtitles. No. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then edit stream info. I know Twitch. Goes to Tokyo. We're in the game proper. We're in the game proper now. And... oh, so that's sorted. And then options. So I feel like those subtitles were kind of small. So let's give it a good whack to the sides. And you know what? Let's just throw up the font size as well. Why can't we run? I would just leg it.
指先に神経を集中させて解き放つんだ。
Focus energy in the fingertips. Left click. Sweet.
このまま攻め続ける。
Okay. We will need to. Oh wait, what's block? Oh, that's the worst. Block button.
残りを片付けようぜ。
Okay.
俺がいなければあいつらにやられていたってこと。
You'd have been dead without me getting. Alright, okay. Control guide wants me to use a controller, but I'm not feeling it. Felt really weird to aim. Really weird. We don't need that. Camera acceleration speed. Adjust speed of camera acceleration when using a controller. It's a controller. Controller. Where's mouse sensitivity? Controller button assignments, key assignments. No. I think I might have to adjust those, adjust the mouse speed myself. Choose with the speed movement. Yeah. We'll try it like this.
さっさとお前の用事を済ませようぜ。
Let's make a few other changes. Let's turn that off. It's a bit better. I don't know. We'll see. But my eyes almost popped. Okay, so go straight.
僕の体を奪おうとしたやつに話す必要ないだろう。
それもそうだな。
あんたは何も。
Alright. Let's max out the subtitles. I still feel like they're a bit small. I'm kind of interested in being able to turn the reticle off later, but that's like a later thing.
なんだよ。
先にお前が話したら教えてやる。それにしてもひどい景色だ。ここまでとはな。
Strangely enough, I'm realizing for the first time, I've never really like played a game and tried to read the subtitles at the same time, which is actually like quite weird. Like I've watched, obviously we've watched stuff and read the subtitles.
なんだこれ。
向こうの世界の物体がこちらに干渉している。物は試しだ。触れてみろ。
This reminds me also a bit of the evil within.
お前でも力は得られるみたいだな。
Says you will come across crystallized ether that can be destroyed with ethereal weaving, left click, or with strike attacks, Q. Doing so will shatter the deposit and release a shower of ether. Absorbing either restores SP, the energy used to perform ethereal weaving attacks. Defeating visitors will also produce ether. Cool. Actually not as intuitive to the mouse and keyboard as I thought.
それはタイミングが悪いな。
Okay. I love the hand gestures. It's like the single most impressive thing in the game. And I'm loving it. It's what made me want to play the game from the get-go.
Ah,
ああやって体を失った魂を集めてるんだよ。
何のために？
あの世に連れ去るか、そのまま自分たちの餌食にするか。どちらにしてもあの魂は救われない。
止めなきゃ。
待て、あいつらはまだこっちの存在に気づいてない。見つからないようしゃがみながら背後に近づけ。
Okay, forgive me, chat. We're still customizing the game. All right, so controls, key assignments. You'll see me do this in every game. Control, control can never be crouched for me. My fingers saying no every time. Okay, so every number has an assignment. It's a bit of a problem. Horse spaces, jump. All right, where do we go? Really? Even 8? Is there a slide? Hand seals release energy. Hand seal release energy. However, for now, normally where I put control is otherwise used unless, all right, okay, unless we do this. What's 4 is the bow. All right, let's do this. Yep. I'm going to accept that because then we can make crouch. Sweet. All right, we'll do that for now. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm there for that. Where's the girl? Ooh, an increase to maximum health. That was quick. Accruing XP will raise Akito's synergy level with his new powers. XP can be acquired by defeating enemies and completing missions. Gaining a level will increase your maximum HP as well as confer spirit skill points which can be used to unlock new skills on the skills menu. Sweet. Okay, and we're taken to the skills menu. All right, learning spirit skills. Gaining a synergy level grants spirit skill points. You can check your current skill points and spend them in the skills menu. Note that block paths of the various spirit skill trees require Magatama to unlock. Okay. You now have access to the skills menu. Try learning the Takahaya charge attack spirit skills. Takahaya 1. Enables you to perform charge ethereal weave attacks, so we hold left click, the properties of which vary based on the element equipped. Oh, nice. Okay, so wind shoots 2 homing bursts of wind in rapid succession. Water shoots a blade of water 4 meters in diameter. Fire shoots a fireball that explodes within a 4 meter radius. Okay. Alright.
こういうところはまれびとが多い。気をつけろ。
まれびと。
さっきから相手をしている化け物を俺たちはそう呼んでいる。
Message to family. Don't worry, Mum. I'm in the hospital now. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, famous last words. And people just disappeared. Both, just like that. Why do we think Murray would have been it? Oh!
今度はチャージショットを試してみるぞ。完全にチャージできていないぞ。一気に引き抜いてやれ。上出来だ。今のは奴らの心臓みたいなものだ。引っこ抜けばひとたまりもないさ。
Okay, new entry says hold release for charge. Charge attacks take a while to charge, actually. Like, it took twice as long as I thought it would have. Charge attacks hit harder and exposed enemy cores more easily. And then once the core was exposed, we have to look out for that because I kind of missed that. All right, neighborhood flea markets coming soon. Do you have old children's clothes that don't fit clogging up your closet? Or maybe there's just one too many bits and or bobs in your kitchen drawer. Whatever you might have, if it's not getting used, bring it on down and sell it. Let someone else bless what was your mess.
いるぞ。気を抜くな。エーテル結晶体で補給をしておけよ。
Wow, that is so cool. Those finger movements are carrying the game for me right now. Was there another one or was it just one? Oh, there's one over there. Uh-oh. Okay, we got problems. Okay, you can blow them up without getting at their cores. All right, all right.
何か入ってるのか。
食べ物がある。
使えるものは使っておけ。こんな時だからな。
それもそうだな。
Alright, so C allows us to use consumables. You can restore health by eating or drinking consumables. In addition to restoring health, each food or drink you consume will grant a slight permanent boost to your maximum HP. Oh, nice. Alright, what was that? C, yeah? Did we use it already? Crouching, using the flashlight. X is to toggle the flashlight. Far away, A ether won't be absorbed automatically, but you can still pull it to you with the right click. Oh yeah, that's good to know. All right, hold C to restore. We'll try it. All right, synergy level. Okay, we saw that. No, this C is not doing it for me. You know, this game is creepier than I'd intended. Okay, we have to be more on it about grabbing those cores. Because if you strike the core, it's just gone. I want to know what the deal is with these consumables. Options, controls, key assignments. Switch consumable, use consumable. Yeah. Weird. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is why I don't play scary games anymore, chat. Do we even need to go this way? Is someone there? Don't go silent on me. I'm messed up. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have played. I wouldn't have chosen this game. I fully wouldn't have chosen this game. We're about to do like 5 more minutes. This game gonna give me whole nightmares. Creeping around in this hospital. It better get less. Is that like an enemy? That's just somebody burning. Are they just burning? No. No, I don't know about this chat. I don't remember reading that this was a scary game. You might have to get someone like Gosh Liz to stream this. And you know, I don't do myself any favors by like creeping through the whole level. I should just like run through it and confront whatever's gonna come up. Nurse's shift changed. Toshiyuki Kyota, patient room 403 to 402. Noise complaint from adjacent room in 405. Low water pressure. Flowers came from brother. Needs vase. Okay. What entry? What does that mean? I didn't see anything. Okay. Oh, we just collect those things. All right. See, look at that. Look at that right down there. I'm about to win finger you. Oh, look, and it's invulnerable to my moves as well. Something's gonna come out of one of these doors. Back up. I'm just rinsing my ammo right now. By the time an actual enemy comes, I'm gonna have no ammo left. You know what? We're YOLO in it. Now he tells me. I messed up, chat. I messed up. Fucking scary game to stream. I thought it was gonna be like action, like we were gonna run around and like. Now this is giving me Evil Within vibes. There we are.
愚かな魂を解放してやったというのにまだ肉体などにしがみついているのか。
今度こそ逃がさねえ。
意志の力か。興味深い。だがお前は後回しだ。
Though in the Prelude we were in a suit.
そうか。お前の案ずるな。私なら彼女を救ってやれる。
I'm glad you think so, Jay. That's uncomfortable. I can't help feel like this is the reward for wearing a fanny pouch. You know what I mean? Like, there's no cool way to wear one of those bags. And now he's paying for it. Well, that didn't go very well.
何もしなければな。現世の時間で3秒、呼吸1回分で終わりだ。
嫌だ、まだ死ねない。
一つだけ方法がある。体をよこせ。妹は助けてやる。
あんたを信じろってのか。
無理にとは言わん。このままお前は死に、妹はあいつに蹂躙される。それだけだ。
僕は消えるのか。
さあな。祈れ。
妹はマリ。僕は伊月明人だ。
今さら自己紹介かよ。まあいい。KK だ。名前は捨てた。
KK。マリを頼む。
graphics are really inconsistent in this. Like sometimes I feel like they're in areas they're good, but a lot of the assets are really flat.
俺には戸締まりしろってうるさいくせにこれだよマリ
I think if they do a sequel of this game, it's going to be banging. The second version is going to be really good. Brother!
ここは
おい、しっかりしてくれよ。
僕は消えなかったのか
Appreciate you, Melly. Thank you.
チッタ見られる顔になったじゃねえか。
黙れ
で、体はもらっていいんだよな。
約束はしていない現に僕はここにいる
おい、裏切んなよ。
裏切ってない
まあいい。居心地はだいぶ良くなったぜ。
妹を連れて行ったやつの居場所を知りたい
あいつは目的のために大掛かりな儀式をやるはずだ。
じゃあそこに行けば
ああ、今みたいに返り討ちだ。焦るなよ。今度は俺の行きたい場所に行ってもらうぞ。
Alright, I'm feeling calmer now. I feel like the scary bits passed. Now it's time to whoop some butt. Chairs all flying to block doors and stuff. Anxious message, Takun, come back right away. There's white smoke coming from the entrance. It might be poison. Worse than poison. All right. Is this the chapter where we get changes of clothes and costumes, right?
人がいないみんな消えたのかな
だろうな。あいつの計画通りなら外との連絡も遮断されているはずだ。
ずっとあいつを追っていたのか
ああ、やられちまったけどな。無駄話は終わりだ。行くぞ。
I feel like that's how we got killed in the sewer. Though we seem to know more about him now than when we died. Yugunzaka. Okay, so we've got a fair ways to go.
霧がまだ残ってる。
不用意に近づくな。危ねえぞ。
なんだろう。
調べてみるぞ。
あいつらがいる。
邪魔だな。片付けろ。
Alright, we have to get better at grabbing cores. Also, isn't there like a dodge in this game? Oh, he's down. Oh, did he just like throw something at me? I want your core. Core, please. Core. There it is. Whoa. I need to not make those sounds, but I can't help it. Alright, can we creep up on this dude? Have we got the stuff? Have we got the stuff, chat? To do stealth? See if we can get him. Don't turn around. He's gonna turn around, isn't he? He's gonna turn around. Yeah, buddy! Thank you!
あ、手づいた。あとは鳥居だな。
What do you mean? Torii gate. Whoop.
いいぞ。浄化はできるみたいだな。おい、社の中を調べてみろ。
この鳥居から霧が出ていたのか。
みたいだな。お前が浄化できるとは思わなかったよ。片白か。使えそうだ。
Oh, it's the little paper people.
なんだこりゃ。
Kagura Suzu. A series of bells affixed to a small rod, which are rung by Shinto shrine maidens as they perform ritualistic Kagura dances. How does that benefit me, though?
ここはもういい。目的地に行くぞ。
Katashiro. What does it mean, though? Learning spirit skills, gaining synergy. Check your current skill points. Music player. Once you acquire a music track, you can listen to that at your leisure via the music player in the inventory menu. Okay. Alright. Block ability gathers ambient earth ether from the surrounding atmosphere and concentrate into a barrier directly in front of Akito. Blocking enemy attacks will reduce the amount of damage taken. Attack switch weaving. Yeah, we'll just find that out later. Alright. Can you just tell me which way? Alright, so we're hanging a left. Are we hanging a left? Yeah, we are. At the motorway. That dog looks like it's seen something.
何に向かっ って吠えてる。
Uh-huh.
あれを見ろ。
No!
今ならまだ助けられる。
Do it, do it, do it. What do I have to do?
これ以上奴らに好き勝手させるな。おい、離れすぎだ。戻って助けて。
What's happening? Why can't I move back? Woo! Damn! Did he just teleport? Doesn't-
霧に飲み込まれて霊になったか。こいつらを助けられるかどうか。さっきの片白を使ってみろ。
299 spirits.
うまくいったか。あとは近くに公衆電話はないか。
今時そんな。
Database, stop teasing me. What are you trying to tell me now? Absorbing spirits. You can absorb a you can use a katashira to absorb the spirits you come across throughout Shibuya. Bring the absorbed spirits to a phone booth to transfer them to safety. Of course.
いいから探せ。
That makes perfect sense. I love that you can still hear the music coming from these places. For some reason, it gives it like a lot of life. Like people just vanished, but music's still playing in the clubs. Can I save these? Yeah. Wait, before we go to that phone booth. Ooh. Yellow ether crystals. As we explore Shibuya, we may occasionally come across shining yellow ether crystals. They will award you with valuable maker when shattered, so be sure to take advantage of them. Okay, no idea what maker is, but we have more. I'm just gonna grab these spirits before we go to the phone booth. These dogs freak me out. Now I keep feeling like they're like barking at spirits that are just going to appear.
あったよ。
受話器を取れ。俺がつなぐ。
What number are we calling?
何これ。
エドが作った装置だ。そこに片白をかざせ。
Hey, Ed.
霧で霊になったやつはこれで外に送れば元に戻るはずだ。
この装置。 あいつ。
余計なことを。私だけが彼らを救えると言ったはずだ。邪魔をするな。お前は誰も救えない。
So everybody's always wearing black.
邪魔するなだと。なら渋谷中の霊を集めて邪魔してやるよ。
So I know I've saved a lot of spirits, but okay. Well, I get experience, I guess.
有限坂に行くぞ。
Special devices are scattered throughout Shibuya, hidden inside ordinary telephone booths. These are actually machines that transport the spirits you've absorbed with Katashiro to safety outside the barrier. A friend of KK's named Ed awaits their arrival and will help them become living humans once more. We know Ed. The more spirits you send, the more XP you'll be rewarded with, so try to save as many of them as you can. Okay, see, now I'm incentivized. Now I know I'm personally getting XP. Life is good. All right, now.
エドって人はどこかで生きてるのか？
その予定だ。ほとんどのことが想定外だ。どうなってるかわからん。
Ooh.
この霧。
ここはダメだ。引き返せ。
Fog will drain your health and eventually kill you. It's best not to remain inside it for long. Okay, that's good to know. Another entry from my database. How do you assign skill points? How do you get to your menu? Does it escape? Return the game for automatic control, options, save, load. Okay, it's map. Alright. Skills Skills mean bills. Core grab. Increase the HP restored by enemies. Core extraction. I don't need that yet. Extends the amount of time the enemy cores are exposed. Increases the speed of enemy core extraction. That would be a good thing to have. Allows you to directly grab and crush enemy cores at close range. Press right click when near an enemy with an exposed core to trigger. Cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks. It's nice. Increase damage to downed enemies. Allows you to use quick purge on downed enemies. Increases the speed at which you absorb spirits. Oh, faster sneaking. Yes. Causes ether to appear when hitting enemies with strike attacks. That's good for later. Causes ether to appear when you successfully perform a perfect block, and by blocking the moment. No, I'm terrible at that. All right, we're not ready for these grayed out skills. Ethereal weaving. These require 15 points. Faster charge, that'd be wicked. Do we need a higher level? Shortens the charge time for charge ethereal attacks for 25%. We have 10. Do we? You know what? I didn't even have it in me. Okay, so we need 20. We have 10. Okay, we need 15. We have 10. Equipment. And then we're not ready for any of this. All right, increases your consumable carrying capacity. But we blatantly faster sneak. It's all about faster sneaking. Yes, 30% additional sneak speed. Don't really feel it though, not yet. All right, so there's our shrine gate, and then we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is a wizard of a wiz, if ever a wiz there was. The Wizard of Oz is one because. Because of the wonderful things he does. Gotta get my maker, gotta get paid. Has he seen me? Turn around. Let me assassinate you. Yes. See, this is where that 30% additional speed comes in handy. Yep, boy.
使えるものがあるかもな。
中華まんもセール中です。
何あれ、猫？
ありゃ妖怪だな。人がいなくなったから出てきやがったのか。
The ghost. The yokai is a ghost, I think.
お客様からいただいた今週のリクエストミュージック。
A Humeon in my shop. I've got lots of good stuff I can trade for it. Have a look.
片潮があるな。持っている数が多い。
Looks like they sell Katashiro. The more we get, the more efficient we can be rescuing souls.
こういうの意外と買っちゃうんだよな。
A magical paper doll. Okay. The more of them you have, the more spirits you can hold at once. They have 10. How much? And we have almost 3.5k.
何か使い道があるのかな。
珍しいものが売ってるな。
You give stuff to a dog.
ついてもな。
It's making me hungry.
あ、エンジンがある。好きなんだよな。
A rich, flavorful cup of ramen that actively prides itself on its high salt content. All right, well, we'll get the Katashiro. That seems to be the way to go. Even though we can only afford one at those extortionate prices. And then I wanted the dog food because we saw the dog earlier. We'll come back for it maybe. All right, and something else in the database. In the data. Why don't you give me the data? All right, Nekomata. In Japanese folklore, cats who live for a long time could sometimes gain spiritual power. Their tails then split into two, and they transform into a type of yokai known as Nekomata. The name itself has a partly ambiguous etymology. While Neko itself means cat in Japanese, the matter can be written and interpreted using different kanji. Although generally it refers to the dual tails that they sport. Their spiritual power allows them to understand human language and continues to become stronger over time. However, Nekomata aren't entirely benign creatures and in fact have sometimes been known to attack humans. The Meijutsuki, a diary written by Fujiwara Sadi between the 12th and 13th centuries, describes Nekomata who appeared one night and devoured 7 or 8 unfortunate souls. Questions abound regarding why these mystical felines have decided to set up shop in Shibuya, though at least one theory suggests they're trying to save up Maker to buy some nether catnip. Nether catnip.
買い物の待ち時間が一番辛いな。
悪かったね。
そこの2階だ。妙なものがあるな。
Headgear worn when performing lion dances. Why? I was just in the database. What's this? Headgear worn lion dances are one of Japan's. Alright, so it's just going to tell me lore. But does it do anything? No, I need to know what's in that bin now. This is why I can't. This is why horror games mess me up. I'm too curious. Going around opening all these bins. Oh man, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Oh, don't make strange noises. I'm not equipped for creepy games. It's the silence that messes me up. You know, I'm glad I never got Callisto
ここあん
Protocol.
たの家？
部屋の封印を解除してくれ。
Alright, so I have to form the seal. Alright, how do I do that? Form seal. Hand seals. I don't know. Oh, you just move the mouse. I was like, I don't know what it expects me to do with this grayed out mouse. I guess you just move it in the form. So I could have just, all right, okay, and then release the energy. Bypassing barriers and other obstacles will sometimes require the use of hand seals. To do so, use the mouse to form different signs as directed, and then press left and right mouse click to complete. Okay, all right. So that is slightly ambiguous. Safe house. Oh, when we made the call, this is like where the team was. All right, does it have the same amount of monitors though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. About, we theorized that there were a couple of monitors behind. Was it Rumiko? So we'll give it to them. All right, magnetic field measurements, magnetic readings, locations A and B have no charge. Location C, upward trend. Okay. I've got a bad feeling about all of this. I need to contact the others. Ed. So some more for the database. For the data. Oh, this is the bow.
気に入ったか持っていけ。
こんなものどこで？
職業柄、まあいろいろつてがあってな。
あんた何者なんだよ。
国の番犬かつはぐれ者のお友達ってところだ。
どういう人間かは知らないけど、あんたがまともじゃないってことだけは分かったよ。
We don't need to take the arrows.
Dare?
仲間だ。
え？
だったというべきか。あいつは奪うことをためらわない。俺たちもそうあるべきだった。
戦っていたのか。この人たちと一緒に。
地図の範囲があいつの結界になっている。お前も見ただろ。結界内の霧に触れれば消える。
結界？渋谷にいた人みんな消えたってことか。
うん。消された人間は5万か10万。いや、もっとだ。
なんだよそれ。
まあ、何人消えようが俺には関係ないがな。ただ、 このどこかにあいつがいる。お前の妹もな。
どこかって。
武器も調達できたし、そろそろ行こうか。
Oh, but there's all this stuff to examine. To KK, put the utensils away, throw out the food containers, and get the kitchen cleaned up before I get back, you slob. Bet that's Rumiko.
確かに。
お前が代わりにやってくれるか。
やだよ。これってあんたの本？
うん。ガキの頃にカッパを見たことがあってな。
あんた、子供の頃から普通じゃなかったのか。
向こうの世界の食べ物だな。俺たちなら食えるぞ。この世の食べ物とは違う効果があるかもな。
Food from the underworld not only restores your health like everyday food, but also grants you a temporary boost to your abilities. The remaining duration of a food item's effect is shown in the gauge displayed in the bottom left corner of the screen. Okay. So we can toggle them. I guess we can only consume them when we're hurt. All right, list of periodicals. Need all of these ASAP. Thanks. Rinko. Sorry, not Rimiko. Rinko. Inspecting Underworld Gates. Encyclopedia of Japanese Sorcery. Life and Death. A Cultural History. Instant Noodle Almanac. 2020. Excuse me, I need to get the dog food. Don't rush me. Don't rush me, please. Don't. There you go.
なんだ？
A round doll said to be modeled after a Buddhist monk that brings good luck when displayed. Sweat. I think that's about it. The Sewer Kid. Ha! A report written by a KK regarding a number of disappearances that took place near a manhole. Acquiring this will grant you additional spirit skill points. So that's from the prologue. I mean, I'm assuming that's from the prologue. That was even the little ghost that killed us in it. KK's old investigation notes are hidden around the map. Finding them will grant you spirit skill points, which are used to upgrade your abilities. Meet Erica at Ebisu Station West exit. Ah, there's Erica's name. All right, I think we're done here. All right, I think this is a good place to end the stream. I think if we end it here before we go outside, this gives us a good place to start if we come back to this game. Which, to be fair, let me just move my camera. Which, to be fair, I'm of a mind to do. I've enjoyed it. So, like, I'm compelled by the story. I think it's quite interesting. You know, a lot of the graphics are like, okay, they're sort of like mediocre, but the hand animation is fantastic. You could tell, you can see they put their like effort into certain places. The skin texture is really good, and sometimes like the faces and skins are really good. Sometimes not so much though. Anyway, like I'm enjoying. I'm finding the story compelling. I do like the idea of coming back to it. We are getting into the holiday season now, and so that makes things a bit crazy. I think I will stream next Thursday. You know, we'll have had, you know, the Christmas weekend, Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday. I'd like to say I will, but I believe family's coming over from the UK, and they may be here. So it may be like a while before I can stream again, but if I find the time, absolutely, especially after today. Thank you so much for everybody coming through, especially, you know, so many people who, like I said before, are the reason I'm still streaming. Just an amazing community and great company. So thanks for being here. I think I'm gonna sort of leave you with somebody who I think whose stream you'll enjoy. Let's see who's live. Let's see who's streaming at the moment, and then we'll sort of just raid into them. The nice way to round out the evening, seeing some other awesome content. Who is going right now? Actually, you know what? A good stream. We jumped into their stream last time, but let's go into Alex Sappy's stream. If you've been around before, you've met him before. A great content creator in his own right, plays like a bunch of games. You know, sometimes I just sit in the channel and be like, man, I wish I could get to all these games. But currently they're playing Persona 5 Royale, which is a pretty good JRPG. I started it on the Game Pass version and I liked it, but I haven't had the chance to really drill down on it. So it's a good one to see, but it's also a nice move from sort of one Japanese game to another Japanese game, you know, which is also quite a bit of fun. So pop in there, say hi, show him some love. Jay, I appreciate you having you back. I'm so glad that you came back to social media. I can't tell you how much, because your energy is fantastic. Like, you being in the channels, and like I said, you know, I love being in and around the community. It's the reason, it's the only reason I do this currently. Is to connect with you guys. So thank you so much for coming back and for help making this work. Like I said, I'll try and be live more often when I can get the time. I'll definitely try and pop in there. Give Alex Happy some love. And if you have any suggestions about what you want to see, the Discord, you're always welcome to message me there. I know I'm very quiet, but I do keep half an eye out, just in case there's any suggestions or questions or anything that you have to say. General chat, the suggestions room, it will make its way to me eventually, and I will reply as soon as possible. You take care. Have a great evening, everybody. Let me get this raid started like I know Twitch, like I know what I'm doing. I'm trying out a few things, like I said. So, you know, you'll also see a recording of this live stream on YouTube. And then what I may do at some point is download it and then try editing some stuff. So you might see, hopefully the next few weeks are gonna be, I'm gonna start expanding my skills. I've got plans for so much stuff, the artwork, the format, everything, but everything is time dependent, and having that ability to, you know, put the effort into where it counts. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm just mega talking, rambling, getting into one of those rambles. All right, let's see. Hopefully they're not. Did it look like they were just about to end? No, they're good. They're good. All right. Yeah, so a lot. Hopefully in 2023, you'll see me more often, at least once a week. But you'll also see, hopefully, a switch up to the content. And some co-op streams. I'm hoping to do We Were Here with Melly soon. As soon as we can sort of like put the schedules together, you'll see that. I do miss the Tuesday streams that we have with Gosh Liz, and when that quiets down, we'll see some of that. So yeah, like, you know, I'm around. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great evening. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.